Well, hello and welcome to another stay-at-home video. The light is glaring a bit too much here. Yeah, okay. Uh, so week 4 of the quarantine, right? Starting. The last news I heard about anything was that Governor Cuomo of New York extended the stay-at-home order to April 29th. So, and today is only April 7th or 6th. I lost track already. So that means at least another 3 weeks of this, right? Uh, I'm I'm still adapting to the teaching. Today, my voice sounds weird because I taught 3 classes almost back to back. And these classes are very intense because it's different from when you're in the classroom. Because in the classroom, you're not, just this again in the classroom, you're not on all the time like you are on this online thing, right? Because in the classroom, you give a student exercise, and you go and you chill for a couple of minutes or walk around, but you're not active, blah blah, all the time. And when it comes to online stuff, it's really intense. And at the end of the day of teaching 3 classes, I sound hoarse as hell. Although I can still sing. I actually tried before I started filming. I got my ukulele out and started. Okay, I'm going to choosing what song to play. Anyways, so today I was saddened to hear of the passing of Honor Blackman. Honor Blackman was a British actress. She played Pussy Galore in the movie Goldfinger, considered one of probably the best of the Sean Connery era James Bond movies. And the first time we see the Aston Martin, for example. And it was only the second movie of the series, so it was pretty good. And interesting that we watched this movie, I think, either Friday or Saturday last week, and then Monday comes the news that Pussy Galore has passed away. So, what you gonna do, right? Well, she lived a long life. She was 94 years old when she died, so that was a pretty good, productive life. And um, Sean Connery's still with us. Actually, the only James Bond who left us was Roger Moore. All the others are still alive, which is pretty amazing, considering this series is almost 60 years old. Started in 2022. This James Bond films will have completed 60 years of existence, which is pretty awesome. Think about it. I mean, how many other franchises last that long? I mean, right? I mean. And it's unheard of. It's the only one. It's the only one that lasted like this. Maybe the Marvel universe, who knows? But right now, I mean, from starting from the Sean Connery days, I mean, that's pretty amazing. Uh, Now back to music. I like a lot of Brazilian artists. I mean, I like a lot of them. A lot of them. I mean, I've been to their concerts. I mean, if I try to give a list of artists that I respect from Brazil, this video will go on for like 2 hours at least, right? But one of them that I really admire is this guy called Caetano Veloso. He is from Bahia, where most of the great musicians of Brazil came from. João Gilberto, Gilberto Gil, uh, Maria Bethânia, Gal Costa, they're all from Bahia. And among Raul Seixas is from Bahia too. I'll talk about him some other time. And he's still alive, of course, and he has been an influence on my own playing for a very long time. And so Caetano Veloso, look him up. I'm going to play one of his songs today. It's called London, London. It's in English, by the way. It's one of the few songs he wrote in English, because what happened was that during the 1960s, Brazil was under this dictatorship, and a lot of intellectuals and artists and writers, they were exiled. They couldn't stay in Brazil because the authorities of the time were after them. So they were forced into exile. Him and Caetano Veloso, Gilberto Gil, and their whole families. And they were exiled in London for what I think about 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure. I know that somehow he was allowed to come back in the early 1970s, and he didn't have any other problems after that. But while he was in England, he wrote a song called London, London, that was on, I think, his only record, the only record he recorded in London. I think it was one or two records he did there. And this is from the first one. That was it, written entirely in English, right? And this song is probably one of the most memorable because it has been re-recorded by so many different people. So here we go. Here we go. I'm wandering round and round, nowhere to go. I'm lost in London, London is lovely so. I cross the streets without fear, everybody keeps the way clear. I'm wandering round and round, nowhere to go. I cross the streets without fear, everybody keeps the way clear. I'm alone in London, London. While my eyes go looking for flying saucers in the sky. While my eyes go looking for flying saucers in the sky. Oh, Sunday, Monday, autumn pass by me, and people hurry on so peacefully. A group approaches a policeman. He seems so pleased to please them. It's good at least to live, and I agree. He seems so pleased at least, and it's so good to live in peace. And Sunday, Monday years, and I agree. While my eyes go looking for flying saucers in the sky. While my eyes go looking for flying saucers in the sky. I choose no place to look at, choose no way. I just happen to be here, and it's okay. Green grass, blue eyes, gray sky, God bless. Silent pain and happiness. I came around to say yes, and I say. Green grass, blue eyes, gray sky, God bless. Silent pain and happiness. I came around to say yes, and I say. While my eyes go looking for flying saucers in the sky. While my eyes go looking for flying saucers in the sky. While my eyes go looking for flying saucers in the sky. Okay, that's London, London by Caetano Veloso, and I hope you liked it. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. This will go on until at least the end of April, and I'll hope to see you tomorrow, and I think of what song to play next time. Maybe I'll do Sampa, who knows. Bye-bye.